Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be about arguments with narcissistic people. When it comes to dealing with narcissists, you rarely to never get any form of closure with them, rarely to never get any form of compromise with them, fail to be able to communicate with them on an understanding that you can both agree on, which often leads into non-productive arguments with a narcissistic person, to which the narcissist is going to project out on you and accuse you of causing arguments with them, accuse you of the one that will never resolve things with them, accuse you of being the problem, and more often than not, because you take responsibility for your own behaviour, you're the one that's left questioning yourself, doubting yourself, forgetting your opinions, your thoughts, your values, and taking on board those of the narcissist to avoid that conflict, to avoid that drama. When it comes to narcissistic people, by definition, they are incredibly entitled people who believe that they should have everything their own way. And when things aren't going their own way, they're going to find somebody else to blame for why things aren't going their own way, creating those disagreements with people in a way such as blaming the other person for why things aren't going the narcissist way, making out that the other person needs to change something so that the other person serves the narcissist. They're incredibly envious people. So if their belief is they're not getting something that they deserve, they're going to go all out to get it, and they're going to use many manipulative formats to do that, but they don't want to be called out on their behaviour. So if you try to bring something up on how they're exploiting a situation, they believe they're in the right, so they're going to come after you. They're going to lie, they're going to deny all knowledge, and they're going to bait you into that argument with them. They're going to go all out to irritate you. Narcissists are very arrogant people. They believe that they're always right. They believe that they should have everything their own way. They believe that other people caused the mistakes that the narcissist made. They're unpleasantly proud of who they are as a person. If they can brag about something that most people find uncomfortable, they will brag about it. If they know there might be a reaction that doesn't serve the narcissist, they will stay quiet about it. Narcissists are incredibly entitled people. They believe they deserve special attention. They believe that other people are privileged and other people have stolen something from them. So they're envious of what the other person has stolen from them and believe they're entitled to just take it back. They use people for their own gains because they are exploitative people. They seek special attention. They believe they are right, and they are always trying to gain control over a situation. They want to remain in control of every single aspect of their life. Whether they are in control of it or not, they want to believe they are in control of it. And to remain in control, a narcissist is going to bait you into those non-productive arguments. They're going to poke you. They're going to chip away at you. If they know you're going to be emotional reactive on something, they're going to use that to provoke those emotional reactions within you so that they can blame you for your emotional reactions to distract you from their actions. They're going to go all out to build up that anger and resentment within you, that frustration within you. Some will do it intentionally. Others, it's instinctively, it's who they are. They're not going to have a conversation over something that might make them look bad. And because they're not willing to communicate with you about this, it's going to cause that frustration within you because you're coming from a place of compassion, of understanding, of trying to get to know each other better. A narcissist doesn't want you to know them for who they are. They want you to know them for who they lead you to believe they are, to hide who they truly are, so that they can influence you into believing they're genuine, so that they can exploit you. Narcissists don't give closure because they believe they're in the right. They believe you're the one that's in the wrong. They believe you're the one that didn't give them any closure. Narcissists will go all out to not give you closure, to provoke you into giving chase to them so that they can gain attention from you. A narcissist will accuse you. They're going to be very offensive people to get you on the defensive so that they can accuse you of causing the arguments by simply defending yourself. They're going to come at you with those false accusations to get you to justify and explain yourself to them while they twist everything and turn it into a mass argument. And then they'll turn around to you and say, I told you I didn't want to argue with you. So you're the one that's left feeling and believing like you've caused the argument with them when you simply just wanted to communicate with them, but they're going to go all out to provoke that argument with you. Narcissists will deny all knowledge of things that they promised, that they said, that they did, which naturally gets our defences up as we are seeking the truth, we are seeking honesty, and because they are denying it, the more we try and communicate it with them, the more those arguments are going to occur. Trying to communicate anything with a narcissist that's not going the narcissist way is going to leave you feeling anger, resentment, frustration, irritable. And once you're in those feelings, it's very easy to then react to the narcissist. Narcissists argue with you to regain control of a situation. If they feel like they're losing control of a situation, they might argue with you to place that fear within you, to silence you, to shut you down. They might argue with you to provoke you, to get that reaction out of you so that they can blame you, so that they can control you by your reactions. Narcissistic people argue to win, but as they don't take responsibility for their behaviour, they're going to find a way to blame you for the argument that you're in. And as you do take responsibility for your behaviour, you're going to take ownership of the argument rather than seeing that there's two sides to the argument. There's you who's willing to see other people's perceptions, other people's points of view, try to come to a mutual understanding, and the narcissist who has got to be right and has got to win at all costs to you. A narcissist might simply receive a narcissistic injury. Things might not be going their way. They might have felt criticised in some way. You might have just said no to them. You might have prior arrangements, so you've already agreed to do something with somebody else and you don't want to let them down, and you may have told the narcissist this, but this is where the narcissist is going to gaslight you into claiming that you did not tell them. So then you feel like you're gaslighting them by saying, yes, I did. Don't you remember? I even wrote it on a calendar. And you can have it black and white on a calendar, staring them in the face, and they'll accuse you, you must have only just put that there. You're thinking, no, I didn't. I wrote it 3 weeks ago. But because they want something from you, they're going to come at you with those accusations because they feel a narcissistic injury. They feel insecure that you're not putting them first. They believe they're deserving of all the attention. So they're going to create that argument with you to get you in a mood before you even go anywhere. And then they can further their control over your emotional state of mind. Narcissists cause arguments to invalidate you, to devalue you, to chip away at you. They'll just come at you with those subtle, can't believe you've done that, or you really think that is something for you, and they're going to just chip away over time until you explode at them. And once you've exploded at them, that's all the evidence they need that you're the one with the problem. Sometimes the person who's being emotionally reactive is the person who's being psychologically abused. Narcissistic people you often tend to see are very good at controlling their rage when they need to do so. If they're not getting their own way, if they're not getting something they want, if they're being called out on their lies, if they've been put into a corner where people can see their true selves, they might then lose it and rage out. More often than not, they're very in control of their reactions in front of other people. Inside the home can be different. Whereas someone who's been psychologically abused is often lost control of their emotions and becomes more emotionally reactive, not just to the narcissist but also to other people, because they're full of self-doubt, they're full of fear, they're full of insecurities through being devalued and invalidated by a narcissistic person. And they're going to invalidate you to the point where you no longer dare stick up for yourself, because you know if you do dare stick up for yourself, there's going to be an almighty argument of why you're the one that's in the wrong. Arguing with a narcissist is simply draining. It's exhausting, and the more exhausted you become, the more emotional reactive you can get, and the easier it is then for the narcissist to explain your reality in a manner that serves the narcissist, because narcissists want to win. They want control and they want to win, and they lack the empathy to care for how that affects you. A narcissist will go all out to create conflict so that they can feel powerful, so that they can feel like the almighty one, so that they can feel in control. Narcissists go all out to provoke you into arguing with them so that they can gain the attention that they believe they're entitled to. They can gain the possession that they believe they're entitled to. They can gain your time that they believe they're entitled to. Whatever it is a narcissist is doing, they are doing it for the benefit of themselves. They will try to justify and rationalise their behaviour. Many underhand methods they use to try and justify their extreme unjust behaviour. And usually it does come from a place of fear, because they don't want to lose control. But that place of fear of not wanting to lose control means they go all out to control all those around them, and eventually they usually do lose control of those around them, because those around them begin to see what is happening to them, because those around them don't like how they're behaving around the narcissist, don't like who they've turned into. They work on changing themselves and then recognise that the narcissist is the one causing most of the issues. So they move away and work on themselves. A narcissist simply believes that the person who's moved away is at fault. They're the one to blame, so the narcissist doesn't change their behaviour, they just hit a pattern of repeat. When it comes to dealing with narcissists, when it comes to winning arguments with narcissists, the best thing is don't take part in them. You do not have to take part in every argument you are invited to. Recognise who they are as a person, recognise the game they're playing, recognise the situation in its entirety. Did you say no to them? And now they're trying to bait you into that non-productive argument to get you to change your no into a yes to serve them. That is on them, not you. Have you caught them out on something with facts and evidence? And they don't want you to know this information. If they wanted you to know this information, they would have told you. They've kept it from you because they don't want you to know. So going to them for communication, to gain understanding, to gain knowledge is not going to happen. They're going to provoke you into that argument to make you feel worse, to somehow blame you. Recognise what they have done. You can see they've done it, and that is who they are as a person. That is your closure. The closure is within the evidence of what they've done, not the communication you cannot get with them, because they're just going to twist it onto you so that you end up blaming yourself and you end up apologising to them for the very things they've done to you. And if you are unlucky enough to get a false apology from them, they're still going to blame you, and after a couple of days it needs to be all forgotten about and you should just be over it by now. But if you do anything that criticises a narcissist, they will hold this against you forevermore, and they will find ways to punish you forevermore. The best way to beat a narcissist is to step away and no longer play. Yes, sometimes we do have to defend ourselves, but we have to learn to defend ourselves in the right way. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I've partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissist personality disorder, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with in your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, then please do subscribe. Go out there, create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. And remember, you do not have to explain, justify and rationalise to those who are accusing you of seeing things you did not see, hearing things you did not hear, claiming you have feelings you do not have, or claiming that in somehow your feelings are wrong. When someone is accusing you of your feelings of being in the wrong, listen to your feelings and not the person. And remember, with good intentions, there's no wrong way or right way to live your life. There is only your way.